Good morning, GMSTV Graham students. This is Mr. Sayre, and I want to get on this quickly. And today you're going to actually start, or maybe today you'll start it. These won't be due till Tuesday, and we're just going to do some basic clips. And what you're going to do is first do the question of the day, and that's a progress questionnaire that I already sent you this morning. Just tell me what you've done, tell me how it's going. Should have done 3 flip grids by now and watched 15 to 20 minutes of stop motion and or time lapse on my slides, which I will share again today with you. That was the whole week you guys had to do that. But if you haven't done some of the watching, please do. Today, you can watch some samples of stop motion. You can even start filming your own. And I'll show you some of my lousy samples, and I'll show you better samples that came from one of my students. He will remain nameless, but his name will be on stuff. And by next Tuesday, I would like to see some basic clips that you guys turn in. So happy Friday. Down below, you can see this is Wallace and Gromit. They did some pretty amazing claymation. And claymation is not time-lapse, but that is stop motion, where they take pictures, change the clay, take pictures, change the clay, take picture, etc. And so basically, a lot of stop motion is maybe 15 frames per second, whereas standard is 30. So that's why it isn't quite as smooth. Professionals sometimes do 60 frames per second, which is crazy amount of work. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, what's going to happen is that my slides are not there, but right here. And I'm going to attach these, and this talks about time-lapse video, and this has all kinds of details. Now, for those of you who have already been watching, you should try and download one of these apps, and they have put stop motion animator on the approved list, so then you can get that for your Chromebook, and I'm going to try and put a link in there so you can see how to use it. It's really easy. And then time-lapse video. Here's an example of a time-lapse video. Here is keys to the time-lapse video. And one of the things you need to do is just hold your camera steady. If you don't have any money, which is true of many of us, you can build your own. They make this one out of a coffee cup. Okay? Here are some paper clips. I, in a pinch, didn't have one. And so I just got this idea. I work out on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. So I just leaned it up against one of my shirts. And it worked okay. But just find a place to leave either your Chromebook or your phone, just so it doesn't move. So there's all kinds of tutorials and stuff in here, but for my purposes, you can just, if you haven't seen this guy, it does some explaining of different projects. Here are some projects, okay? And this guy is a professional, and he does lots of them, and if you're into Lego, I don't know, he's probably done 100, but he's amazing. These guys, I had to change the music because it was totally inappropriate, but these guys just went kind of cruising around. This is called planking, okay? And you have to move like 2 inches, take a picture, move 2 inches, take a picture, something like that. It can take time, but since you're staying at home, it's actually kind of easier. This is a guy who did something at school. This is like a bunch of them. That's like 17 minutes of stop motions and time lapses. So that's worth watching. So if you're just hanging around doing nothing, this is a great opportunity to just watch YouTube stuff. So what you're going to do is this. I took some video, and they're not great at all. They're really horrible. And so I just put it down on the ground, and here's my shirt, and I can clip it. And so this is us going super fast. And I can change this and make it longer, okay? And so I can make this longer, or I can just change it by going plus, link the marker to the clip, and then it helps you change the length of it. So link the marker to the clip, and it's not letting me do it. But this is using WeVideo. And the way you use WeVideo is you just type in wevideo.com, and if you use your school's account, it gives you the full professional account, which is pretty cool. So this is us working out. This is actually not me. This is some of the other guys. And so this is, okay, he's explaining it, and he's doing sit-ups, doing bear crawl. And you can actually slow these down. These are push-ups and planking and all this other kind of stuff. And then here is another thing right here. And this, it was so low you just couldn't see us working out. This is time lapse. So these are some things you can cut off. This is us, doing leg raises and doing sit-ups, crunchies, all kinds of stuff. So that is something then I can actually stretch this out and make it longer. But you don't even have to get to this place. If you just do some filming, then that's good enough. And how do you add clips to this? Well, here's what's happened. This is where I imported them into my camera. Here's another one. This is the person who will be nameless. I will not tell you his name, but he'll tell you his name. Okay, so his is 12 and a half seconds, almost 12 and a half seconds. And so we'll watch this. But what he did was called planking, and he just kind of basically cruised around in the house. He found a place to put it, and he used pick pack, okay? The thing I used was kind of obvious. It is Lapse It. This was when my phone was actually upside down. And you can get that free for your phone. But you can also, if you want to, there's other ones on the slideshow. But I paid $5, and now I have the professional version, so it allows me to do more things. So let's go ahead and watch this. And so it's Braden stop motion. That was his intro. He's coming off of a chair. He's moving across the floor. He's going around and around and into the kitchen. Time for something to eat. That's a lot of hard work. So this is in low resolution, so it would look better once I render it. But that's what you need to do. Today, watch some videos, do the questionnaire, and if you want to and you've already watched the video, go film like cars driving by in your street, okay? Unfortunately, right now, there's a lot of people that aren't doing it. Here's another thing that this is actually kind of funny. Last year, we used a video camera that films in the dark, and this is Mr. Taylor actually dancing. You don't remember Mr. Taylor because you weren't here, 6th graders, but 7th and 8th graders, you remember, or 8th graders, you remember him, and he now is the principal over at Vargas. So here he is. Oh, shoot. Is it? So there he is. He's dancing. Go, Mr. Taylor. But that was in like pitch dark. But because we used an infrared camera, we could see it. So anyway, that's all there is today. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you need any help, shoot me an email. I will be in meetings off again, on again all day. So I'll try and get back to you. If I don't get back to you today, I will get back to you over the weekend. And like I said, have a great weekend and go Bears. Bye-bye.